Good morning, everybody. VEDA day 20. Oh my goodness, we're almost there. We're like 2/3 done, which is kind of incredible. And this morning we're coming to you from the lovely Milwaukee Avenue in the city of Chicago to talk about dinner party guests. Who are your fantasy dinner party guests? So the 4 people, living or dead, fictitious or not, that you would like to have at a dinner party. I do have a list of people that I would like to have lunch with that is much more extensive than this particular list, but I'm narrowing this down to 4 that I think would make for a good table. First, I'm going to mention David Tennant. This should come as no surprise to anybody who has watched any of my videos previously or from previous years. I love David Tennant as an actor. I think that he's absolutely brilliant, and he has this great energy and focus, and he brings a lot of really good enthusiasm to his roles. The thing is, if I was doing this dinner party with David Tennant, I would want it to have happened about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that. Sometime before I started filming Hamlet, because I particularly loved his Hamlet, and I would like to be able to pick his brain about playing the Dane. I didn't mean that to rhyme. Next up, we would have Albert Einstein, which I know a lot of people might say Albert Einstein just because they think, oh, hey, he's really smart and we could... But apparently he was also really personable and good at parties, and I think that it would be fun to chat with a physicist who wasn't like all stuffy and whatever. I think it would be fun to have a conversation that begins with like, hey, isn't this really good cheese? And ends with, yes, but that would make the entire universe implode. That's the kind of conversation that I like to have. I don't know why, but I do. It's interesting to me. And I think that that sort of conversation could be had if Albert Einstein was there. Plus the hair. Next would be Dorothy Parker. I really like her. I really respected her. She was a woman doing a man's job in a man's world. She held her own with all these other great male authors, and the very first time that I heard about the Algonquin Round Table, I was pissed that it didn't exist anymore because I wanted to go be part of it. I don't think that she was the sort that would just sit around and brood and get smashed off her ass. Like, I disagree with her portrayal in Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle. I think that she was probably a little bit more engaged than that, but even if she was this broody, drunk bump on a log, having her at this dinner party, we're pretty much guaranteed to get 1 or 2 good one-liner zingers out of her, which would keep the ball rolling, keep people entertained. So we'll have her there. And last but certainly not least, I would like my great-grandmother Kitty to be there. She is the woman for whom I was named. She died about a year before I was born, so I never got to meet her. But from the stories that I've heard about her, she was quite a woman, and I am proud to bear her name. She and my mother were very close when my mom was growing up, and my mother and I are very close. So by the transitive property, I have to assume that I would get along really well with my great-grandmother. Didn't realize it was going to bother me so much this morning that I've never met her, and how much I wish that I had gotten to. That would be my dinner party. David Tennant, Albert Einstein, Dorothy Parker, and my great-grandmother. Because then I think we've got art, we've got literature, we've got science, we've got family, we've got 2 vegetarians and 3 omnivores, we've got 3 women and 2 men, we've got 2 people still living, 3 who know what the afterlife is like, if there is an afterlife. I think that there could be a lot of really interesting conversation that would happen there, and lots of laughter. Because life is about love and laughter. Love you, Miss Vicky. I love all of your faces, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.